snuff is a harsh word. So we're fucked. What is he smoking? Hey guys, it's Colleen back with Penelope, Pendrick, and the Art of Deceit. We should be finishing this up. I think we're finishing this up right now. Oh shit, wait. Here we go. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Okay, well, I don't quite... Oh. Okay. Well, can't we just, like... Okay, so we can't do that. Oh. Oh, no! We went wrong somewhere. Oh, shit, that's where we just were. No! Oh. I just need to figure out a way to get there. Well, I don't like that. If I can't just get off. Yeah, why can't I just get off on the ground and walk there and climb up there? Shouldn't that be a possibility? This is where it really gets me. Oh shit, but there's nothing over here. Okay. What? Oh man. No, that's not gonna help any of that, is it? Oh. What? What? What does this mean? Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. Ah. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my gosh, what is this? Is this Hendrick's thing? Yeah, this is Hendrick's. Yeah. Wow. Dear Mr. Quincy, unfortunately upon receiving this notice, your termination is effective immediately. When you accepted this job, you were made fully aware of the ramifications of breach of contract. The contract that you signed on October 7th, 1969 clearly states that any evidence that this work was spoken about to anyone other than the crew or myself is grounds for termination. I have had more than one source inform me of concerning comments you've made in public, and this is enough to warrant action. I apologize that there is no form of due process confirming the truth to these allegations. I can hope you understand the precautions I must take. Thank you for your work, and I wish you all the best going forward. Ooh. Shit. Sometimes I'm forced to pause and remember why I'm going to all this trouble. Since the blinders are on, all I can do is look forward and back, up and down the tunnel of cause and effect. There's no way to build this grand construction without being reminded daily of the why. And then, of course, with the whys come the what-ifs. What if some handsome, well-to-do older fellow had built somewhere for young Abraham Oh, okay. Abraham was one of his children. Abraham, Johanna, and Hendrick to take shelter during the Great War. Would Abraham still be alive? Would he have had the privilege of experiencing old age and have been able to appreciate the aches and pains that are a side effect of a full life? The problem with this vision is that Abraham wouldn't have wouldn't have holed up even if he knew he'd save himself. Honorable or stupid, his duty to Alice was held in greater esteem than his own safety. His ship was not the first to go down in Chevignon, can't pronounce it. He understood the risk of sailing out every day, but he had to put food on the table. To him, it was as simple as that. There were no gray areas. This was in 75. I'll never forget the day he heard the news. Papa shouted, Did Wilhelmines not declare as neutral? Wilhelmina? Must we lose our sons to war that isn't ours to fight? Papa was never the same after that. To me, it's as if we lost him to the German U-boats that day as well. May he rest in Friday. May he rest in peace? I don't know. While Abraham's fate may have been decided by his own decisions regardless, it would have been different with Moder. She could have been saved. The war to end all wars. Psh, war will never end as long as humans exist on this earth. Our neutrality was yet again disregarded by the Germans when the Second War struck. I remember the panic when we were invaded. No one expected it, no one was prepared. We were rounded up like the sitting ducks that we were, and then there was the bombing. To this day, I have nightmares. One could flee from the fire, but there was no escaping the smoke. A heavy, suffocating blanket laid upon us by the Luftwaffe. Mordar. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. I'm sorry. Coughing, rasping, wheezing, silence. Yes, she was already quite old. She did not have many more years to live, but all of God's children deserve a peaceful, respectful end. Mordor had to live her last moments in fear and pain, and I will never forget those who did that to her. After the dust had settled, I knew it was time to move on. There was nothing left for me in Holland. Abraham gone, Papa gone, Mordor gone. Johanna had taken a ship to America years before. I had chastised her for leaving Mordor and our homeland, but was absolutely humbled by the war that I never believed could happen again. I tried to convince Alice to join me on my journey to America, but she refused to leave Abraham, bless her heart. When I arrived, Johanna hugged me so hard I thought I'd split in two. There was so much comfort in seeing her again. While our family would never be completely whole, we could still put some of the pieces back together. Johanna graciously invited me to live with them in their beautiful home near the Connecticut shores. Even Frederick welcomed me with open arms. I, a complete stranger to him. Owen, Matilda, and Jackie were wary of me at first, but they quickly learned that there was no shortage of toys I could buy. As the years passed, I never felt like anything but part of the family. Matilda and Jackie grew up and left for their own adventures, while Owen stayed and found a lovely girl to call his own. That little boy that would run around in the woods collecting sticks and rocks now has a family. Hard to believe. A spitting image of his father. Scott is now the one running around in the woods collecting sticks and rocks. It's amazing. I see the smallest bit of Moder in little Evelyn. I think it's the eyes. Each new generation is like a window into the past. I can catch glimpses of those who came before. When Scott builds a fort like Abraham did when we were boys, or when Evelyn's eyes mimic Moder's mischievous twinkle, there is no doubt as to why I'm going to all this trouble. When I'm finished here, there will be no what-ifs. There will only be a family who is whole. 11/22/80. My work is complete. That's why that date's important. Now, greetings, Henry. You'll never guess where I'm at right now. The old alma mater. There's a lecture going on about the spatial organization of room structure, like the flow and movement of space, yada yada yada. Basically, feng shui. You might like it, or not. The fella giving it talks like this. I would not like that. But at least I'm doing my part to keep up with all these new schools of thought. Anyway, as soon as I passed the spot where you dropped eggs on those kids from the window, I knew I had to write. It was hilarious when they thought you were a professor and asked if you saw who did it. Us old guys can prank too. In between taking exams and pulling all-nighters in the library, we had some good times. I still make fun of my wife for telling me I was too old to go back to school. Then I take her for a ride on the boat to make her feel better. I think she's happy to have been wrong. Speaking of the boat, come on over sometime and join us for a trip out on the water. The sunsets are glorious this time of year, and we can reminisce about school days over a glass of 1958 Cabernet. Now I'm off to check that one trophy case in the rec center to see if the Green Army man we snuck in is still there. Don't be a stranger, Hollis. Oh, shit. Dear Sir, upon completion of the soil classification survey performed at the site of 10 Ramridge Road, it has been determined that the foundation of the structure built upon this property lacks the proper support required for the stability upon the tested soil type. For this reason, the structure on your property is markedly unsafe, is in risk of collapse. That's a collapse that happened here before, and it's about to happen again. To summarize our findings, the measurements of the Atterberg limits of shrinkage, plastic, and liquids limits have what? And liquids limits have classified your soil as fine-grained, inorganic fat clay or expensive clay. Said soil type undergoes considerable changes in volume under varying weather and moisture conditions, with a maximum 10% swell from dry soil mass. Heat, rainfall, and cold act as catalysts for soil fluctuations, which in turn severely damage below-surface concrete over time. During the initial building process, a drilled pier or floating slab design should have utilized to combat these soil fluctuations. We highly recommend demolition of the current structure and specialized design choices for anything built in the future. Building below ground is not recommended for this property. For further inquiries, please do not hesitate to call our office. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. So we're fucked. We're just straight up fucked. He did it anyway. We are underground. He did it anyway. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're so fucked. Oh, okay. Wait, is this it? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Yeah, look at that! I told you we're fucked, dude! We're so fucking fucked. God damn. What? The fish and the birds? What am I supposed to do with this? What? What am I supposed to do with this? What? Is the magnet supposed to move this somehow? Nothing says it's moving that. Oh, shit. What? Oh, shit. Look at this bitch. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, my God.
I need something for this.
Is that the key? What's going on? What is this? Oh! It's a missing people! Oh my god!
Parents?
I know. You're hungry. You're starving.
Thank goodness you're okay.
Are you real?
I'm Penelope, and I'm gonna get you out of here, okay?
Do you have any food?
I don't think I
I'm
do.
really sorry. I don't. Terrence, can you tell me how you ended up here?
I was walking by some cliffs, and I saw someone climbing up from the side of the cliff. It was really weird. Before I got a good look at them, all of a sudden they knocked me over, and I don't remember anything else. After that, I woke up in here. There was blood in my hair, so I must have hit my head really hard.
Is Gerald...
He's okay. Not good, though. I keep checking his breathing and pulse, so I know he's alive.
Have you eaten at all?
We've gotten a little food a few times, but not enough. When it rains, the fountain over there fills up.
Was there a third person in here with you?
Yeah, a lady. I don't know where she went. She was here yesterday.
Maybe she found a way out.
I don't think she'd leave us behind. Maybe she did, though. All she would do every day was walk around the room, looking at the walls.
Please think about this as hard as you can. Can you remember anything about the person who did this to you?
Evelyn! Yes, I told you!
Think of the devil.
Fucking Evelyn!
Why are you here? Wasn't your plan to leave your captives to die? I know everything, Evelyn. I know you kidnapped innocent people and brought them here to rot to save yourself. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. I'm here to help.
Uh-huh. But just a few days ago, weren't they already dead? Did you come down here to pay respects?
I'm not a strong person. I know I should have looked for them sooner, but I was scared. Scared of this place, the memories.
You're so scared of
what I
memories
would
you're willing to let
find.
them die?
But you know what I was even more afraid of? The guilt of knowing that I didn't do anything.
Well, that's great. But it doesn't explain why you were trying so hard to keep me from finding the shelter. Wait, did you try to kill me by locking me in that closet?
It wasn't locked. I wasn't trying to kill you. All I wanted was to scare you enough to send you home.
Oh, just ask my paperclip. It'll tell you. Even if the door had an auto lock, it doesn't excuse what you did. You knew Gerald and the woman were on the cusp of finding the shelter and exposing your secret. So, why not snuff them out quietly? Oh, just admit it.
Snuff is a
You
harsh
didn't want
word.
me or them
True,
to find
but
out
harsh.
that you had killed your own brother.
I begged him not to come down here, but he wouldn't listen. I told him over and over that it wasn't safe. Cracks in the walls, cave-ins, but when his mind was made up, nothing could stop him. I said if he went down alone. So, he went. Alone. And he was gone for far too long. I went to look for him. If I only tried harder to stop him, he'd still be alive. So, yes, I killed Scott that day. But I did not kidnap these people. It took me until today to decide to do the right thing. To give up the act, to save them, and risk going to jail if the truth gets out. But I did it.
I'm gonna say that.
Is it really worth lying at this point? Just admit that you murdered Scott so that you'd inherit the Scardovi family home from your parents.
Murder? What are you talking about? My parents had already promised me the house because Scott had moved to NYC.
Oh.
What?
Excuse me? My dad's name was Scott Scardovi.
What?
I'm sorry. What?
What?
Did you say?
Scott Scardovi.
I knew it!
My dad's name.
I
Appeared before
knew
I was born.
it!
I never even met him.
I
Mom
fucking
told
knew
me
it!
They met in New York, and after she became pregnant with me, they bought a house in Carlisle. A few days before my mom was going to fly to Connecticut to move in, my dad had a business trip,
In Boston.
and my mom never saw him again.
Hold on. Let me get this straight.
That's
Your dad
that's her
was a
nephew.
software developer. Brown hair, brown eyes, liked football.
Yeah, and he was scared of roller coasters.
That's him. I can't believe this. I have a nephew and a sister-in-law? Oh, that idiot. He had a whole family and he never even told me.
My dad had convinced my mom that they should move to Carlisle because it was a nice town. And he said to her that there were some people he wanted her to meet.
Some people I want you to meet. Now I remember. He said that exact same thing to me, too. When he stopped here to visit on his way to Boston, I remember he was hamming up some big surprise, but in classic Scott fashion, refused to elaborate. Well, Scott, if you're watching us right now, I hope you get a kick out of your big surprise. Only 15 years in the making.
Sorry to be the one to cut this family reunion short, but we need to get out of here, like, now.
Yes, let's. This way.
Is he okay? Okay, we're helping him. Good. We are helping him, right? Yeah. So I'll say, like, 15-year-old boys can be very strong, but he hasn't had a lot of food. He's very weak.
Like shooting fish in a barrel.
Mitchell?
No!
So, Penelope, how have you liked playing the hero? For a while I wanted to stop you, but then I thought, why not let you fight me?
What?
For my collection.
I don't understand. You did this?
But why?
For you, Evelyn. Happy 20th anniversary. Don't you think it's a deserving gift?
What?
Purification and punishment. Not forgive us for our sins, but smite us for our iniquities should be the prayer of a man to a most just God. It's simple, really. You took my arm and my life from me, so now I take your life from you. Balance is restored to the universe.
Your arm was not my fault, and you know it! You were obsessed with coming down here. Let's have a picnic in the Alhambra. Let's listen to records in the study. And I told you how many times to be careful? I didn't make you lose your arm. Stupidity did.
Take responsibility for something once in your life. How about this? After you mangle my arm, you break off our engagement, because I'm no fun anymore. I'm just so sad all the time. What a bummer. I've been alone all my life, but I never felt lonelier than when you left me to deal with my injuries without you.
So you kidnap innocent people and trap them down here? Maybe I left you because you were clearly a psychopath. Don't try to project your own victimhood onto my decisions.
Isn't this the perfect punishment? I'm pretty proud of coming up with it. Tip off the police with the same story that I told Penelope, that you would do anything to keep Scott's murder a secret, and Gerald and the others were getting too close. You act like it's not, but your name is all over this place. All you would need is to be a half-wit detective to find the connection.
Hey,
On top of that, I have my own evidence to link you to the shelter and therefore the kidnappings. Beautiful. My plan is a work of art.
you destroy these people just so you can get revenge?
I'm gonna do this.
But Gerald has been so generous to you. How can you do this to him?
I feel a little bad. Sorry, Gerald. My hands were tied. It had to be him. And that woman. If it were anyone else, I'd risk those two finding my hostages before my plan was complete.
Yeah, what about
didn't know
Terrence?
anything about the shelter and you attack him?
That was a wrong place at the wrong time kind of deal. I couldn't risk him getting a good look at me and blabbing. Any attention would have been too much attention.
I knew I was right about you. You lying, manipulative inhuman.
And there you go! Off on one of your tangents again.
She's right,
How you
though.
described me to your rebound boyfriend? No
That's how to
surprise
describe you to
divorce.
anyone. Oh, shit. Don't leave us here.
Mitchell, if you don't let us through, you'll die down here with the rest of us.
Mitch.
The building falling down kind of put a wrench in my plans, so it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Oh my god, dude. Hammer. Hammer him. Oh, we can't hammer him? No! 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 What are we supposed to do? Oh no.
Mitchell, if you don't let us through, you'll die down here with the rest of us.
The building falling down kind of put a wrench in my plans, so it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Is there something here? No, it has to do with him. Oh! Didn't he say his arm's been fucking up lately? Oh, no! I think I know what I'm gonna do this time. He said his arm's been like acting up and we'll zap him every now and then because a little bit of water gets into it. I've got that spray bottle. Let's
Mitchell,
spray him with
If you
it.
don't let us through, you'll die down here with the rest of us.
The building falling down kind of put a wrench in my plans, so it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah! Yeah! Come on. Oh yeah, we have to walk really slow.
this time.
Ruby,
Hell yeah,
Let's
Ruby!
Penelope, come on.
I know this sounds
Ooh,
crazy,
it
but
gives
we
us
can't
a choice.
We can.
If we leave him, we're no better than he is.
When I play this again, I'm gonna leave him.
I was never happier to see
Oh
the sun
my
than that day
goodness.
as we dragged ourselves out of that dusty shaft and into the light. But before both of my feet had even passed through the manhole, what felt like an earthquake erupted. I clung to the asphalt for dear life as only 50 feet away,
Holy
we watched
fuck.
the parking lot begin to get sucked into the earth. The sinkhole didn't stop expanding until Mayor Jonathan Carlisle himself had been completely consumed. Luckily, we were left unscathed. Like a TV show trope, we let out a collective sigh of relief when we saw help had arrived. Gerald, still unconscious, was loaded into an ambulance and rushed to the nearest hospital, while paramedics attended to Ruby and Terrence. Despite the whole ordeal, the most Evelyn and I needed was a little antiseptic and a few band-aids. The police showed up shortly after, and I was not mentally prepared for the sheer amount of enthusiasm.
Look at that, dude.
The cheering and clapping
left
and
dude, I
handshaking
love that.
made for a pretty amazing entrance. It was like I had just saved someone's life or something. Oh,
You did?
I guess I did do that. The second order of operations was to cuff Mitchell and haul him off to the station. He didn't try to fight it. His eyes were despondent and empty as he slid into the back seat of the cop car. He knew it was over. He had been so certain that his life couldn't get any worse. But I think it was at that moment he realized he had been so wrong. Eileen was ecstatic to see her son again, and Terrence his mom.
I
After
didn't
a
imagine
series of
Eileen would look
hugs,
like that.
I missed yous, and I was so worried about yous. Terrence proceeded to explain in record time about Evelyn and who she was. He didn't pause to breathe until the story was finished. And after a long moment of shock, Eileen knew that she had found a piece of her beloved husband that day.
Sorry. She's just like, ugh.
After a week in the hospital, Gerald was on the road to full recovery and was back in the shop before anyone could say, "You just suffered major trauma, please rest." Nonetheless, his regulars were thrilled he was all right and Novel Books was back open. And they I also appreciated that there was now an extra open chair to fight with. Well, it's unlikely that this is the kind of adventure that Gerald had in mind when he started his search. I'm sure he'll make the most of the stories to tell for years to come. Fulfilling her mother's legacy was like lifting an anchor off of Jane's, or should I say Ruby's, shoulders. She was no longer bound by her own perseverance. Her search was complete. After coming to terms with everything that had happened, Ruby, in her newfound confidence, picked up a job as a professor of American history at North Oakford University.
Good.
Go, Redbuds! After years of books, notes, endless searching, frustration, and sitting alone at breakfast every morning, it was finally time for Ruby to go and live life as it should be. Speaking of North Oakford University, a few months later, Stacy graduated her master's with flying colors. Her senior thesis on aesthetically pleasing solutions for constructions on difficult soil was lauded by teachers and peers alike. She was snatched up into the industry immediately after graduation. And every day she dons that business casual attire and walks through those office doors, she walks further and further away from her past. Best of all, her new condo is up to code and gives her much less to complain about. Colin succeeded in cutting the negativity out of his life and is taking normalcy in stride. While this means he's slowed his pace a bit,
What is he
I
smoking?
think it's helping him to appreciate the little things.
Or is he eating? What is he
After some
smoking?
sound advice from his new therapist, Colin decided that painting would be better off as a hobby than a career. With the stress of critics a thing from the past, Colin has been able to focus on and grow a successful little art collection business. Bold Depictions is now the Carlisle Museum of Art, and is proud to host an original Escher, among other fine works. And since he can afford an employee or two, he'll never have to be the one to give a tour, ever again.
Good.
Despite her apprehension, Evelyn knew that Eileen needed to hear Scott's full story.
Yeah.
Eileen was somber as she listened,
Yeah.
but much to the relief of Evelyn, was not upset. Eileen commiserated over the accident with Evelyn, and they processed the loss they both shared. Eileen had no interest in bringing this to the attention of the police. What's done is done. With the shelter reduced to a pile of rubble, Evelyn was freed of her burden. The horrible place was gone for good, and her secrets and memories were buried with it. After being contacted by none other than John Branham, she agreed to help create a documentary about Escher, Pendrick, and the amazing feat that the shelter once was. The proceeds of this film were enough for Evelyn to found the Vandenberg Project, a charitable organization established to provide assistance to families who have lost a loved one to war. And to top it off, the Scardovi family, in its own way, is whole again. Carlisle is back to being peaceful and uneventful, although it may not end up as sleepy as it used to be. Now that it's on the map, tourists might realize just how tasty the strawberries are every summer. As for me, I'm home in my own bed at last. No crumbling ceilings, no unwanted nightly visitors, and no eyes watching me sleep. The most dire mystery for me to solve being what's for dinner. Definitely not.
Yeah. So much pizza.
Never pizza. Once I slide this new manuscript in the mailbox, I can finally sit back, prop up my feet somewhere structurally sound, and relax. Have a bath. Put on some nature sounds. Or maybe leave it quiet. Just in case the phone rings.
Which hopefully it will again. Case closed. Ugh, that was so good. That was so good. I really love that one. I actually was like, I was pointing my finger towards Evelyn, And then when Mitchell showed up, I was like, what the fuck? You know, so that was really good. I liked it a lot. I really, really can't wait until the next one. This had like it had a good spread of suspicion amongst people. At first I was thinking Stacy for a while was like no suspect at all. Which I still didn't think she was a suspect, but I did like how like it still said like why she lie about the town of Carlisle, you know, doesn't she want it? And she's really, really low on money. So it did spread suspicion. It did spread suspicion towards everyone, which is always great, you know? And I loved all the puzzles. I love the puzzles a lot. I loved the deaths. I love the ending deaths. I loved being shinked and I loved those deaths. Those were by far my favorite. So I really was excited about those. Yeah, but I loved this game. It was so amazing. So, I mean, tell me what you think. Like, hopefully you have played alongside with me. And tell me what, how you felt about certain, like, twists and turns and stuff. Who your favorite characters were after you played the game. What your favorite plot points were. Tell me what you thought about this game. I loved it very much. So thank you so much for coming along with me during this. And I'll see you next time. Bye. We're not done. We're not done. Oh my God! Penelope, Pendrick, and the Tomb of Glass. Okay, all we have is glasswork, window glass, and an older woman. There's nothing much we can extract from that, but that's still something to ponder. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that there was just like a little kiss of the next game that's coming up. Oh, that's super exciting. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, this has been such a fun ride. Thank you for coming along with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.